What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. I've witnessed lately and just noticed that there's been a lot of raw criticism, spontaneous criticism about Anthony Joshua lately, especially after he retained his titles. And two in particular, actually three. For one, Frank Warren states that, hey, he needs to give up his belts and wait to fight the winner out of Wilder Fury. Two, Andre Ward, hey, he needs to step up and stop taking soft fights, or he needs to just fight the immediate next. Don't fight anyone else. He's taken these guys, step up already. Usyk will beat him. So I see him being beat anyway. Bradley, more of the same. I see him being beat by Usyk. He's just not good enough, or he's just not a good enough fighter, or not this type of fighter. Of course, we have Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, and I'm not going to mention what they had to say about Anthony Joshua because that's what they're supposed to do. But what I don't really understand is why these other entities are speaking of Anthony Joshua in such a criticizing way. In fact, Andre Ward himself applauded Anthony Joshua for outboxing Andy Ruiz, but now the story has changed. Now it's, oh, he's not good enough. Now, he didn't say that in particular. Timothy Bradley did. Okay, so I want to get the facts straight. However, what Andre Ward did say was that Andy Ruiz was out of shape. So, like I said, it was clever from Andy Ruiz to say that, hey, I ate everything in sight. I partied too much. So, therefore, I wasn't 100%. So, therefore, you can't credit the win of Anthony Joshua. So, if you can't credit that win, Joshua may be in trouble if he fights someone worth a damn because he might get beat again. So, I see where that narrative is going. But then I'm like, okay, well, what was the big significance? Was it December 7th or was it June 1st? And I think the envy train is rowing so hard, and the steam is puffing out the top of this engine so hard on this train, is because Anthony Joshua was a challenger in his last fight, but he was the highest paid challenger known to man. He was an $85 million challenger. Now, if I don't see what could boil envy or create envy other than money, I don't see what else can make that type of envy. You look at Frank Warren. He's soon to be broke. Andre Ward, he makes good money, him and Timothy Bradley as commentators, but they don't make fight purse money. Not right now. Not the type of money that they are accustomed to seeing. So if you hear about a guy that doesn't even have any belts, he just was a former champion, and he made $85 million to be a challenger, I could see how that could create some hate. You might not, I don't even think they meant to see it. I think it just angered them for hearing it. Like, oh, hell no, that can't be right. $85 million? That can't be right. Anthony Joshua, he lost his last fight. So how the hell is he making $85 million and Andy Ruiz making $13 million? That's not right. And I think what it is, they envy the star power. They envy what they thought that could be humbled. And by humbling, they thought that the idea of Anthony Joshua making money or more money than he did when he won, I think that angers a lot of people, because the expectations of someone losing, you're supposed to get a lot less. Okay? I think they thought that Anthony Joshua should be penalized or taken or had a pay cut reduced from him because he lost. For an example, you have Tyson Fury, you have Deontay Wilder. Whoever wins out of those two guys, if they fight again, the loser has to take a pay cut. Okay? this shit here is too much for some people to understand because they don't understand what A side means. They don't really understand what marketability means, or the cash cow. And if they do know what it is, they don't really respect it, and a lot of times in theory, you might look at it like that shit's really not fair. Anthony Joshua, why is he making this amount of money? Why is people offering him amount of money and he lost? Because see, according to the Mayweather rule or the Mayweather Bible, those particular rules that apply to someone losing their that he's supposed to lost all credibility by that doctrine. Remember, the Mayweather doctrine is you can never lose your because you lose your you lose all marketability. And I think honestly now, if we look at Anthony Joshua, he's the living witness. If that's just a fucking myth. That isn't real. That doesn't mean once you lose your you are no longer marketable. That was probably what was in Mayweather's head. That's why he never lost. But that was something that psyched him out, and he believed that. And he have other believers and followers and disciples and shit as we have today. That's why we have all these fucking fighters that don't want to fight each other. But Anthony Joshua was a living witness of someone that can still get beat, be beaten, be defeated in a championship on a high elite level, and still in the next fight come in and get more money than he did when he was undefeated. Now, how about those apples? How about that? Now I can see why this envy is. Anybody that's a challenger does not supposed to make $85 fucking million, people. It does not supposed to happen that way. No. How? And if you think about all the haters that he already has, when they heard that number, they tried their best to debunk it. No, he really ain't making 85 million after they take out the taxes. Taxes is a mother. And then you got the promotional companies. Yeah, that's right. You see, and then you got all these other people, then the additional fees is coming in. And, we have to worry about that. And then see, and at the end of the day, he don't really end up with 85 million. Look, and here's the kicker. A guy like Joshua just smiles and grins and fucking laughs and blows it off. Why? Because he's a fucking millionaire. He makes so much money and he's ions above so many of these other guys. They cannot help but to envy. Fighters, I get it, because all these fighters risk their lives in the ring, and they're like, well, fuck it. Why is he so much better than me? Or why is he getting paid more than me? I don't know. You need to see his manager or his promoter. But I get that. I get why they envy it. But I don't understand how other people do. Like Andre Ward, Frank Warren, all these guys. Frank Warren ain't even a fucking fighter. If he felt that way, he should work on, like, I think he has done a good job by getting raising Tyson Fury's profile, but they have no reason to hate like that. But this does explain why they hate Anthony Joshua like that. They want those belts because it has to be some way, somehow. Take his fucking belts away. Please, just see to it that he does not keep getting these title increases, these fight purse increases like he is, because it makes no sense. They can't understand why this guy is making this amount of money. See, Anthony Joshua comes in an $85 million challenger. You know what that means? That means Anthony Joshua is a threat. He's an anomaly. Because no one has ever been able to do that and receive that amount of money and have their head held high and actually did something with dignity. Maybe something strange for a piece of change, right? But not what he has done in a rematch. He had doubled his fight purse. And this is not even talking about pay-per-view and doubling and breaking records in the UK. So I'm not even going to go there. But see, that adds more to the envy, if you guys will hear what I'm saying. So to conclude this is explaining why this envy train has been look, it's overfilled with people, and everybody's jumping on this motherfucker. Everybody, a lot of people are jumping on this train. He's boring. He's lost it. He's not the same. He doesn't have a chin. He's a runner. He's a Klitschko, a wannabe. He's all types of shit now. He's not good enough. This explains it. Because Anthony Joshua was an $85 million challenger. You guys tell me what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.